Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. Today I have a somatic slow flow practice for you. So somatic simply means being in the body. So this practice, we're really going to intentionally slow things down and be in the space of tuning in to the sensations that your body is having, listening to what the body has to say, and then also allowing yourself to pause, be still in the poses, and inviting in the breath. So breath is a really big part of somatic work, and that is what we will be weaving into our practice today, making it super delicious for your body, for your mind, for your heart, and your soul. So if that sounds good for you, you just need a mat, something comfy. No props are needed, but always optional if you like to bring those into your practice. All right, and making our way into our first pose, which will be an easy seated pose. So just having the ankles crossed, letting the hands rest on the knees, closing your eyes, and right away checking in with your posture. So notice if the upper body tends to kind of pitch forward, or maybe you're leaning back and kind of slouching. We want to invite in integrity in our posture. And with that, we find ourselves rooting and grounding to the earth through the sit bones, and then lengthening through the spine all the way up through the crown of your head as we allow the shoulders to soften. So taking any tension out of the neck or the shoulders in this easy seated pose. And then relaxing the jaw. And let's take a full breath in through the nose, sending the breath all the way down to the lowest part of your belly and low back. And then taking a slow open mouth exhale. And then just returning back to the natural flow of your breath. Notice if you have any gripping through the fingers or the hands, and allowing that to be at ease. And then just tuning in to your body. How is the body feeling today? Creating this presence with yourself, with your body, and with your breath. Noticing or listening for any subtle messages that the body may offer you today here on your mat. And just inviting this time for yourself to connect to the body in this somatic practice as we slowly flow and tune in. Let's take another cleansing breath. And then gently opening the eyes. Let's reverse the crossing of the legs. And we'll take a little variation of a seated cat and cow, bringing the arms out in front, interlace your fingers, and then flip the palms out. So really reaching and extending through the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up as you gently send your chest forward and draw the arms back. And then exhale, extending the arms forward, doming the spine, dropping the chin into the chest. Let the shoulders come up to the ears. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale, taking it into cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And taking this a few more times and really just allow yourself to tune in. Feel into the movement. Feel into your body. And then reaching the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms, extend them out to the side, and now take a twist over to the right. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind the right hip. Pressing down through the legs, pressing down through the sit bones, reaching and lengthening up through the spine, through the crown of your head. And then gently turn your head to the right, allowing the neck a little stretch here. And then bringing the head back. Inhale, turning back to center, reach the arms back out to the side, and then exhale, taking your twist to the left. Maybe turning the head here. And releasing your twist and coming into wide-legged forward fold here. So widening your legs as wide as is comfortable. And then press down. Imagine you're pressing down through the heels, through the thighs, the back of the thighs, flexing your feet, really rooting down through the legs, through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen to lift up out of your low back. And then exhale, walking yourself gently into this forward fold. So listening to what the body has to say here rather than being guided by the mind. So just notice if the mind says, oh, we can go deeper, but the body is saying, oh, let's just pause right here. This is a good stretch right here. So just being guided by the body and then allowing your head to be heavy. Releasing any holding of the head through the neck and the shoulders. Breathing in and out through the nose. Breathing into the low belly, the low back, the hips. Let's take one more breath here. Now before we come out of our fold, let's just take a gentle rock with the head side to side. Releasing any tension here in the neck. Good, and now slowly walking your upper body back up. We're going to take a pause here at the top. Feel that sensation of the weight of your legs rooting and melting deeper into the earth, as well as through your sit bones, lengthening up tall. Taking a cleansing breath. This time, focus on breathing into the rib cage. So as you inhale, Allow the ribs to expand side to side. And then as you take an open mouth exhale, let them naturally contract back. Beautiful. Opening the eyes, making our way into tabletop. So in your tabletop, making sure the shoulders are over the wrist, hips are over the knees, and have the knees and the feet hip width distance. And then we want to root down through the hands, spread the fingers nice and wide. And taking a cat and cow flow here. Inhale, drop the belly, reaching the heart forward, tailbone up towards the sky. Exhale, pressing it back, coming into cat. Pressing into the palms of the hands, into the tops of your feet. Inhale, back into cow. Exhale to cat. 2 more flows. Flat back. Thread the needle flow. We'll start with the right arm. So first, extend and reach that right arm up, really pressing down through the left palm of the hand. Inhale. And then we're going to exhale, thread the arm through, but not coming all the way down. Bend that left elbow as you come down. And then we're going to inhale, bring it back up. It might feel good to maybe bring that left hand a little further out in front of you to give you a little bit more support. Good. And then we're going to exhale, thread it through. And we'll take this 2 more times. Inhale. Each time you reach that right arm up, seeing if you can open up across the chest more. And then exhale, thread it through. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, threading it through, coming all the way down onto that right shoulder now, and bringing your right temple, the head to the floor. And extending your left arm out toward the hand towards the top of your mat. And now press into that left palm to gently roll yourself a little deeper onto that right shoulder. Keep the hips centered. So notice if they want to shift to the left a little. Keep them centered, engaging your core, focusing on the thoracic spine here. Breathing into this space, breathing into the rib cage, in and out through the nose, nice and slow breaths. One more breath here. And we'll slide that left hand back, pressing yourself up. We'll open up that right side once again. Inhale, open, and exhale, releasing that right hand down. Good. Then we'll make our way to the other side. Same thing, doing the flow. So maybe you bring that right arm, hand out a little further, and then inhale, we'll open up that left side. Exhale, threading it through. Bend into that right elbow to help get into this little fold here. Okay. Inhale to open and extend. Exhale to thread it through. 2 more. This one will come all the way through, coming onto that left shoulder. Extending that right arm out, pressing into the palm of the hand. Be sure to engage the core to support the low back. Closing your eyes gently, breathing into the space of the twist. One more breath here. And we'll slide that right hand back, opening up the left side again. Inhale, really reach and open. And then exhale, release it down. Let's just take a little wiggle of the hips here. Good. And let's work the wrist out. So take your right hand, make a really tight fist, rotate through the wrist, going both directions. And then we'll switch it over to the left. Planting the hands down, lift your feet, point and flex through the feet. Rotate through the ankles. And then lowering the feet back down. Downward facing dog. Bring the hands further out in front of you, tucking your toes under and pressing up and back into your downward facing dog. And just pedaling the feet here, lifting one heel up as you press the other down. Breathing into this space, into this inversion, into your body. Maybe you gently rock your body side to side. Just making this downward facing dog all about you and what your body is maybe asking for here today on your mat. Now let's make our way into stillness in our downward facing dog. So letting the heels be heavy to the mat, to the earth. Pressing into the palms of the hands as well as the fingertips, lifting and pressing out of the wrist as you send your tailbone and your hips further up towards the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Reaching your right leg up nice and high, bending the knee, opening up the hip, keeping the shoulders even and level. And now we're going to step that right foot in between the hands. So first, just roll that knee in towards the belly, roll up onto the ball of the left foot, and stepping your right foot in between the hands into warrior one. So pivoting your back foot, that left foot, the toes are going to be towards the left corner of your mat. Reaching up, we're going to reach the arms all the way up, sinking into that right knee. Really feel yourself opening up through the front body as you engage the ribs, the core here. Invitation to close the eyes if you have your balance here. We're going to take 4 more slow, deep breaths, really filling into the body. Feel yourself rooted through the feet. Beautiful. One more breath. And now reaching the arms forward and then all the way back behind you as though you're sweeping the arms back. And we're going to reach the upper body forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then bringing the palms of the hands to your mat, we will step that right leg back, coming back into downward facing dog. Taking a full breath in and out here. And now lowering the knees, coming into child's pose. Big toes touch, widen the knees, send the hips back. Forehead to mat. Breathing into the space of the rib cage, just like we did before. As you inhale, filling the ribs, letting them expand side to side.
And as you exhale, letting them soften and contract. One more breath here. And now easing your way forward, coming into sphinx pose. So on the forearms, shoulders are over the elbows, or elbows are underneath the shoulders. And widen the legs, creates a little bit more space for the low back. And pressing into the forearms, lifting your upper body up, hug the shoulder blades together, and then make sure that the head isn't protruding forward, tucking it in. Pressing down through your pubic bone and the tops of the feet. Gently closing the eyes, breathing in and out through the nose, breathing all the way down into the belly. One more breath. On this exhale, lowering the upper body back down, and then we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing ourselves back into child's pose. Really reach through the arms. Take a cleansing breath. And rolling the upper body back up, right back into downward facing dog. So that is our flow that we are going to take here. So we'll take it on to the other side. Let's pause first in downward facing dog. Each time we meet ourselves back in downward facing dog, just notice if you feel something a little different. The body beginning to open a little more. Maybe the heels sink a little deeper to your mat, to the earth. Maybe you feel a little stronger, a little more stretched. Let's take one more breath. And now extending and reaching that left leg up nice and high. Three-legged dog. Bending the knee, opening up the hip. And then we'll let that knee drop down, hug it in towards the belly, roll onto the ball of that right foot, stepping the left foot in between the hands, coming into warrior one. On this side, back foot is pivoted, toes towards the right corner of your mat, reaching the arms all the way up. Get your foundation first, and then maybe you close the eyes. And doing your best not to grip through the toes. Breathing here. One more breath. Bringing the arms forward, sweeping them all the way back behind you as you reach the chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breathing in and out through the nose. Releasing the hands back to your mat, downward facing dog. Taking one full breath here. Into child's pose. Five breaths here. Breathing into the ribs. Last breath. And bringing yourself forward, coming back into sphinx pose. Really find your foundation here. So feeling strong through the arms to support lifting the upper body up as you draw the shoulders back, pressing down through the pubic bone, through the tops of the feet. Breathing in, out through the nose to the belly. On your next exhale, lowering the upper body back down, pressing back into child's pose. Really reach and extend through the arms. One full breath here. And then back into downward facing dog. Let's walk it out here. Come to stillness. 2 breaths. Beautiful. We're going to take that same flow on each side. So coming into your 3-legged dog, reaching that right leg up nice and high, bending the knees. Breathing here. Lowering that right knee down, hugging it in towards the belly as you step that right foot through, coming into warrior 1. Strong in the legs as you reach the arms up. Maybe you're able to sink a little lower into that right knee. Pressing through the outer edge of the left foot. Closing the eyes, breathing. Noticing what you feel here. Breathing into the pose, breathing into your body. Reaching the arms forward, sweeping them back, reaching the chest forward, hold, squeeze the shoulder blades. Last breath. Palms of the hands to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. Let's take a big cleansing breath. Child's pose. This time, bring a little activation into the arms, so coming on to the fingertips. Lifting the arms up, hugging the armpits in towards one another. Breathing into the ribs. And releasing the hands, palms back to the mat. And weaving yourself forward, coming back into Sphinx. Now, an invitation, if you want to come into this a little deeper, you can come into Seal. So either stay here in Sphinx or Seal, turning your hands towards the corners of your mat, press into the palms, lifting the upper body up. Same concept, pressing through the pubic bone, pressing through the tops of the feet, squeezing those shoulder blades down the back, breathing into your belly. And take a full breath in. This time, take an open mouth exhale as you lower yourself back down. Pressing back into child's pose. Cleansing breath. into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Three-legged dog, extending that left leg up nice and high, bending the knee, opening up the hip. And then hugging that left knee into the belly, stepping that foot through. Warrior one. Keeping yourself tuned into the body, noticing how it's feeling this time around in your warrior one on this side. Last breath here. Reaching the arms down and back. Hug the shoulder blades together. Maybe that left quad is firing up. Mine certainly is. One more breath. Palms back to the mat. Step it back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Child's pose. Coming back onto the fingertips, activating the arms. Palms of the hands back to your mat. Bringing the upper body forward onto the belly, coming into sphinx or seal again. Cleansing breath. On your exhale, lowering the upper body back down. Pressing back into child's pose. Last child pose. Allowing yourself to be connected here to your breath, to your body. And now sliding the hands down closer towards you, pressing yourself up. And just shifting over to one hip. And we will make our way down onto our backs. And as you lower down, bring the knees with you into your chest. We'll hug the knees in. And taking a few rocks side to side. Massaging out the low back here. Good. Taking a pause, taking a big squeeze. Bring the knees more towards your armpits. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And now extend the legs all the way up, feet towards the ceiling, holding onto the backs of your thighs. Point and flex through the feet. Rotate through your ankles. And bending the knees once again, bringing them out towards the armpits, coming into happy baby. You can stay holding on behind, the hands behind the back of the thighs, or bringing the hands to the outer edges of the feet with the arms inside the legs. Or you can also use your peace fingers holding on to your big toes. Wherever you're at, we want to focus on pressing the low back, the sacrum, to the mat, as well as using your weight of your hands to gently press the knees closer to the floor and dropping the shoulders to the floor. So really feeling this connection of the back to the earth as we create space in the hips and offer a stretch through the glutes and the hamstrings here. Breathing in and out through the nose into your belly. And taking one more breath here, my friend. And then releasing the feet to your mat. Keep the feet as wide as your mat as well as the knees. And rest your hands on your belly. And just rocking the legs side to side. Little windshield wiper here. And let them fall over to the right, holding here 3 breaths with your hands on your belly. Feel yourself breathing all the way into this area of the belly. And then bringing the knees back up and letting the legs fall over to the left. And breathing into the belly once again, 3 breaths. And bringing the knees back up. And now extending the legs out, making your way into your Shavasana. Bring the feet to the corners of your mat. Let the feet just fall out to the side, and letting the arms fall to the side. Wiggle your shoulder blades away from one another. Taking a cleansing breath. And creating this time of connection to your body by just listening. And by feeling any sensations, listening for any subtle messages. without overthinking or overanalyzing. Just simply be. Be in the stillness and the rest of this pose. Beginning to deepen your breath. So taking a full breath in through the nose, imagine sending the breath to the toes, to the fingers, to the crown of your head. And taking an open mouth exhale. A little movement back into your body, wiggling your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles, rocking your head side to side. And taking a nice lengthening stretch, reach the arms back behind you, bring the legs in together, point through the toes, reach through the fingers, inhale. And as you exhale, bringing the arms up, bending the knees, and then you're going to hug the knees back into your chest, taking some gentle rock side to side. And then rolling over to one side and making your way up into an easy seated pose. Just as we started, we will end our practice bringing the hands to the knees, sitting up nice and tall, relax the shoulders, check in with your posture, relaxing your jaw, take a cleansing breath. Noticing how you are feeling. Feeling into your body the sensations or any subtle messages that the body may have to say to you here. Now bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart, bowing your head, honoring yourself for taking this time to roll out your mat, to flow in this somatic practice, connecting to your body, to your breath, and just carving out this time for you. Taking a full breath in and a full breath out.
Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, if you could give it a like, letting me know, maybe leave me a comment, let me know how you're feeling. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. And I hope to practice with you again very, very soon. From my heart to yours. Namaste.